Some doors you shouldn't open, some questions you shouldn't ask, and some truths are better left buried. But we open them anyway. We dig through the darkness. We ask the questions others are afraid to ask. We find what others couldn't. Welcome. You've just entered Mystery Knock. Colorado, land of mountains, land of open sky, land of secrets buried deep, and sometimes not so deep. His name was Joshua Maddux, creative, artistic, witty, a young man who drew comic strips and chased music and looked at the world differently than most. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia, but if you asked anyone who knew him, that wasn't who he was. He was just Joshua. One detail about him, something small, almost forgettable. His right index finger, partially amputated at the tip. Remember that. May 8th, 2008, Joshua told his sister he was going for a walk. And then, he was gone. His family didn't report him missing for 5 days. They said it wasn't unusual, that he'd wandered before, that he always came back. But this time felt different. Searches turned up nothing. Weeks dissolved into months. Months hardened into years. Joshua Maddux had simply vanished. 7 years. 7 years of silence. 7 years of unanswered questions. 7 years of a family wondering, where did he go? August 6th, 2015. 2 blocks from Joshua's home, an old abandoned cabin. Forgotten. Crumbling. The owner, a man named Chuck Murphy, had finally decided to tear it down. The crew moved in. The walls came down. And then, the chimney collapsed. Inside, curled in a fetal position, mummified, were human remains. The body wore only a waffle knit shirt, no obvious injuries. Cause of death, undetermined. Police began the process of identification, and then they noticed it. The finger. It was Joshua. He had been there the entire time. 2 blocks from home for 7 years, inside a chimney. Now come the questions, the ones that don't have answers. His feet were pointing downward, toward the cabin floor. So did he enter from inside the cabin? If so, why? His clothes were found inside the cabin, but his body was wearing almost nothing. Why was he undressed? And here is the detail that changes everything. A breakfast bar had been moved directly in front of the fireplace opening. Chuck Murphy said clearly, that is not where it belonged. Someone moved it after Joshua was already inside. His hair. When Joshua disappeared, he had long hair. When they found him, it was short. Did someone cut it? Or did it simply break away over 7 years in the dark? No one knows. The coroner ruled it accidental. The theory, Joshua climbed in and got stuck, died from dehydration, starvation, cold. But Chuck Murphy pushed back. He said the chimney was not easily accessible from the roof, that he had installed barriers, that getting inside the way the official theory suggested was nearly impossible. And the theory explained nothing about the missing clothes, the moved furniture, the hair, the blocked fireplace. There was also a name that surfaced: Andrew Newman, a man who knew Joshua before he vanished, a man with a violent history, including brutal acts and whispered claims of worse. No evidence directly connects him to Joshua's death, but many believe this investigation never went deep enough, that the right questions were never asked, that someone knew something. Joshua Maddux was 18 years old. He lived 2 blocks from where his body was found. And to this day, no one can say with any certainty how he got there, why he was there, or whether he was ever truly alone. Every case we open raises more questions than answers. Every door we knock on leads to another one. Joshua Maddux was found, but the truth still missing. And somewhere out there, another door is waiting. Another knock is coming. If you think you can handle what's behind it, subscribe, because next time we go deeper.